Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marybeth. If you're new here, I'm here to help you on your spiritual awakening, your guide to self-discovery, and I'm so excited that you're here. Today I wanted to talk about something that I think is very important, especially with all the energy shifts that are going on in the world, and especially for empaths, because the energy is so much higher now and a lot of emotions and different energies are coming up. And so I know for me that what I'm going to be sharing with you was very helpful for me, and I use it daily. And it's just a good way of protecting your energy and disconnecting from any energy that doesn't serve you anymore. I am going to go into the doesn't serve you anymore because it's a little tricky. So first off, as an empath, we tend to go into other people's energy fields. A lot of times this is a protection mechanism. A lot of times when we are younger, and a lot of empaths normally come from a childhood that feels unsafe. And when you're feeling unsafe, like a parent isn't there, or you just have a lot of abuse where your parent is having a lot of dysregulated emotions, we have to tune into what their emotions are. And so we start reading other people's emotions so that we can feel safe. So I know for me that was true, and I know with a lot of empaths that is the case as well, unfortunately, but it is and can be a superpower. So once we know how to use it, once we know how to protect ourselves, it can really work for us instead of against us. So the first thing that I want you to know is that we attract other people's energies and we pick it up a lot. And so the first thing you want to know is understanding what is your energy versus other people's energy. Because, for example, with me and my children, if you have children, a lot of times your children might be upset about something and all of a sudden you start feeling that energy, even though it's not yours. But you'll start feeling angry or frustrated, and realizing when you are starting to have a big emotion come up, taking a moment and saying, does this emotion belong to me? Is this my emotion? And if it's not your emotion, what you want to do is you want to take a moment and close your eyes, and you take a deep breath in, and you want to picture light coming up from the divine, from source, coming down through your head. And then you breathe out and you say, I release what no longer serves me. I release any emotions that are not mine. And you picture anything that is not yours going down through your feet and back into Mother Gaia. So into the earth, into the ground. Because what happens is she is very powerful and she can help transmute any energy that is not yours. And so once you realize that something is not yours, we do that. We breathe in the light from above, and push out anything that's not yours. I release any energy that is not mine, and you can say, I hope that this transmutes into love and light or wherever it belongs. So once you realize that there's certain energy that isn't yours, it really helps you bring you back to your center. I know that for me, that was really, really helpful because I was picking up my children's energies all the time. My husband and I, we would, once we figured that out, we would say, oh, I'm not frustrated and I'm not having these emotions, you are. And so you can send that back to them and get centered. And it's really, really helps. And especially even taking some space where you can step outside of wherever you are and really start feeling your own energy instead of other people's energies. Because when your energy field is actually up to 6 feet or more beyond your body. And so when you are so close in contact with someone, if theirs is 6 feet and yours is 6 feet and you're really close together, your energetic fields are interacting and combining. And so that's why it's really important to stay grounded. Again, when you are also when you're bringing in the light and grounding it down to the ground, you're also grounding yourself, so that way you can stay more in your field instead of picking up other energies from other people's fields. So that's the first thing I want to tell you. And then another subject that is very similar to this came up to me today with some people I was talking to, and so I thought it would be really important to share. So a lot of the times when we are when we're out and about, and say we're at the grocery store and someone has this big event that happens, and you're standing with them maybe in line and they're complaining about something and it really affects you. And sometimes you'll go at the end of the night and you'll realize, why am I still thinking about this? Because when you are when you're out in public and you are mixing with people's energy fields, you can sometimes create an energetic cord. And sometimes it's useful. We have all kinds of energetic cords. We have cords with our children. We have cords with our parents. And a lot of them are very healthy and natural. But sometimes there's no reason to have these cords or these attachments, or sometimes the cord is too strong. Sometimes like if you have a relationship with a parent, and sometimes the energy between, when you have these cords, distance does not matter. It's an energetic type of flow. And so you can have energy going to and from. And sometimes we end up worrying too much, or we have these cords that prevent us from really having our own energy and protecting our own energy, because that cord is going back and forth and you're exchanging different energies, and sometimes it's not what you need. Again, with your children, when you're having these cords, and I'm not saying you don't want to cut cords between your children, because they are healthy. That was something that I needed to learn. I didn't think that you were supposed to have any kinds of cords. And I am by no way an expert in cord cutting, and so if you're really interested in this, I would definitely look other places. But I'm going to give you a practice for cord cutting that has really helped me, because I don't know the specifics, because I know there's certain cords from different chakras, and I am not an expert in that. But what we can do is, when we are, I tend to do this at the end of the day, especially when you make videos like this. If you are out there and you create videos, you can have energetic cords between whoever's listening to this right now. We are having an energetic cord. And so at the end of the day, when I am done, I will lay in bed, and I normally will meditate before bed, or just a quick check-in, quick grounding. And I ask my higher self, I ask my spirit teams, and I do bring in Archangel Michael. He is the protector angel, and he helps with cord cutting. And so I always bring him in, because I know he probably knows a little bit better than I do of how to cord cut. So at the end of the night, I breathe in, I ground myself, and I ask for any cords that no longer serve me to be released. And before I do that too, I also ask for any energy that I have given out. I ask for that energy to come back to me, and I ask for the energy of the other person to go back to them. And then I ask to cut any of the cords that no longer serve me. A lot of the times I can even do that throughout the day. You can just close your eyes. You don't have to be in a super deep meditative state, because just saying that out loud will allow that process. So closing your eyes, asking your higher self, please bring any energy that is mine back to my body, and release any energy that is not mine back to that person or event. It can be anything. We can have cords to certain events. And so it's important to just release any energy, bring yours back, and then cut any cords that no longer serve me. So it's important to do this multiple times, because we do have energetic cords, and they can be reconnected just by conversations or thought alone. So if you are, say you have an unhealthy relationship balance between a parent, if you cut that cord and you're like, oh wow, I feel really good, I have all this energy back in my body, I'm not as connected in an unhealthy way with that person, but then all of a sudden the next day you have a call with them, and that cord will start going again, and you start having this energy exchange. And so if you can go out throughout your day, if you have a conversation like that brings up some big energy, or you feel like it's just really bothering you, you can do the first thing that I said, was just release that energy into the ground if it's emotions that are not yours. But then you can also do the cord cutting. So asking, I release this energy. I ask my energy to come back to me, and then please cut any cords that no longer serve me. You do want to have some of these cords. I'm not suggesting to ever cut cords completely with anyone, because one, they will come back, and two, I just think that it's really important that we are connected to each other, because we are all source energy, and we don't want to just make those cuts between people. So let me remember what I was gonna say. So I guess what I was just going to say is that, so if you are doing this with a past relationship, or any kind of relationship, I guess, when you say what no longer serves you, what I was going to say with that is that sometimes you think that something's not serving you. You say, oh, this was a past relationship that there was a lot of abuse, there was a lot of emotional trauma, and you'll say, I release what no longer serves me. Those cords will keep coming back because you have a lesson to learn. So even if you disconnect completely from one person, you might get another energetic cord from another person with the same lesson to learn. So say you have this abuse and you always attract that. It's because you have something to learn from that relationship. Maybe it's self-love, or maybe it's setting boundaries. So when you cut these cords, it's really important that if it's a relationship that keeps seeming to come up, it's probably a lesson that you still need to process, so that you no longer get that energy from other people. If it's the same person or other people, you go ahead and journal and ask yourself, ask your guides, please show me what this lesson is that I need to learn. It might take a while, so just be patient with yourself. I know there's a lot of times where I feel like I know, and then I realize it's something completely different that I needed to learn. So be patient with yourself and meditate on it. And, you can keep asking to cut what no longer serves you, but I would suggest that you really focus on what it is that maybe you are needing to learn. If it's someone in the grocery store, maybe it is just boundaries that you need to give them boundaries and yourself boundaries, or there could be lots of reasons. But it is very important to realize that we have our energetic field, and we can rid ourselves of what isn't ours, because we are really powerful, and just speaking things and asking energetically to rid us of energy that's not ours is something that we can do. And it's really important that we can stand in our own energy, because when we can rid ourselves of other people's energies, we can start shining brightly and really stepping into our own power, which is this beautiful love and light. All right, so I hope that was helpful for anyone who is struggling with really feeling like they're picking up other energies all the time, because it can be a very important practice to do. You can do throughout the day, you can do at the end of the night, and I know it's really helped me. So, all right, I send you much, much love and light, and I will talk to you later. Bye.